minutes. That means maybe only 15 minutes for presentations, and it will be followed with 5 minutes for question and answer. So I would like to check the first presenter, Humera, Mr. or Miss.
Yes.
Are you there?
Yes, sir.
Yes, okay. Nice to meet you. Mr. Taufik.
Sorry, sir.
Mr. Taufik, are you there? Taufik Roni? Okay. Budi Setiawan? Mr.
Yes,
Budi?
sir.
Yes, okay. Good to see you. Henry Yawan?
Excuse me, sir. Mr. Hendriawan is replaced by me.
Okay. Mr. Dega, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. And the other two is coming from myself, Michael Sick. I'm from Business Information Systems at BINUS University International. So for Mr. Humera, Miss Humera, do you have a video? Maybe it's already prepared by Miss
Yes, sir.
Erma? Yes. So let me stop the sharing.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. I am Humera Sadullah Khan. Now I will explain about green manufacturing literature during 3 decades, a scientonometric approach. In the next section, I will show you about introduction. Green manufacturing is intrinsically needed by industrial area and society. More and more stakeholders are expecting entrepreneurial and business organizations to be more environmentally responsible considering the work of their product and business process. For more than a decade, the evolution of manufacturing system has a function in several internal and external factors. Research method. This study mapped academic literature in the field of green manufacturing at the international level. Research data were obtained from the Scopus database using document search service in April 2020 with a scientonometric approach. Scientonometric is the study of the measure and analysis of the literature and research, science, and technology. Scientonometric is a bibliometric subfield analysis and visualization of data using analyzed research result feature the Scopus service and Vios Viewer application. Vios Viewer tools was used to visualize and build bibliometric or scientonometric network. Network visualization can be in the form of research countries, academic affiliation, growth in the number of study, keyword, author collaboration, and research. That is the most. This study identified keywords related to green manufacturing to identify and search for related academic literature in the Scopus database with 1,386 academic literature documents published from 1993 to 2019 at the global level. The quarterly comment that is applied when meaning data on Scopus is titled ABSK Green Manufacturing and publication years less than 2020. The study limit data retrieval to 2019 without looking at the 2020. Exclude 2020 so that the annual data obtained illustrate the condition of the publication of academic literature in the one whole year from January to December. Result and discussion. Most frequent country evaluation of green manufacturing literature. In Figure 1, it was the country that has the largest contribution in the academic literature. In the field of green manufacturing was China with 520 documents, followed by United States with 192 documents, India with 165 documents, UK with 558 documents, Taiwan with 54 documents, Malaysia with 56 documents, South Korea with 44 documents, Germany with 42 documents, Japan with 40 documents, Canada with 28 documents, Spain with 24 documents, France with 26 documents, Indonesia with 23 documents, Australia with 20 documents, and Brazil with 18 documents. Green manufacturing research in China drives the acceleration of the growth of the manufacturing. Most frequent institutional affiliation of green manufacturing literature in the figure 2 show the top 15 research institutions is the academic literature in the field of green manufacturing are Chongqing University, and then followed by Wuhan University of Science and Technology, and then China's Ministry of Education, Brilliant Institute of Technology and Science, Pilani, Tsinghua University, Chinese Academy of Science, Nanjing University of Aeronautic and Astronomy, Huanzhong University of Science and Technology, and then Northern University, the University of Texas at El Paso, Soco University, Drexel University, University of California, Berkeley, Beihang University, and Jiangtong University. Most individual author of green manufacturing literature. The author with the most academic literature publication in the field of green manufacturing is Liu with 38 documents, followed by Zhang with 32 documents, Xiang with 21 documents, Chao with 20 documents, Mittal VK with 14 documents, Li Si with 13 documents, then Qiao R with 11 documents, Jiang Zi with 10 documents, Sang Ltd with 10 documents, Hai Y with 9 documents, Rai A with 8 documents, Sivastafa with RL with 8 documents, Ahan SH with 8 documents, Xiao M with 8 documents, and Zhao G with 8 documents. Most frequent of green manufacturing literature by subject area. The most subject area in green manufacturing literature was engineering with 999 documents or 36.7, followed by computer science with 285 documents, business management and accounting 280 documents, and others. Material science with 244 documents, environmental science with 170 documents, energy 137 document, decision science with 115 document, mathematics with 80 document, physics and astronomy with 75 document, and chemical engineering with 67. Document per year based on search of green manufacturing literature. Figure 1, number of document per year based on search of green manufacturing. The number of literature document per year based on search academic literature in field of manufacturing, apply, machine and material with 67 document. After that, the most last document is Guangzhou Qi Gongsheng China Mechanic Engineering with 25 document, and International Journal of Production Research with 20. Literature document of year from green manufacturing. In the number of academic literature document of the green manufacturing has increased every year. It can be seen in figure 8. The highest publication peaked in 2019 with 177 documents. Academic literature on green manufacturing has been published since 1993. The number of documents per year is green manufacturing publication in 2019 as many as 177 documents in the 2000 and literature document cities of green manufacturing. The academic literature of that has published international in the green manufacturing is the most citizen of the form of academic Maria Magdalena. After it, with 543 document map of literature themes. You can see in this picture. Mentioning cluster, there is red, green, dark blue, yellow, orange, and purple. Last one is light. Author collaboration network. The criteria for the minimum number of literature document per author were 5 literature document, thus from 2016 author. 74 authors were found who meet the threshold. There was a collaborative pattern of 6 groups between research in the green manufacturing literature as shown in figure 8. Red cluster, there is Li Ji with France. Green cluster, there is Zhang H with France. Light blue cluster, there is Zhang H with France. Dark blue cluster, there is Light with France. Yellow cluster, there is Wu X with France. Orange cluster, Wu Z with France. Purple cluster, red. Conclusion, the result of this research shows that there were a map and an increasing trend in the number of academic literature in green manufacturing at the international level. The most productive country, research institution, and individual research in the academic literature in the green economy were China with 420 documents, Guangdong University with 58 documents, and UF with 38 documents. The most intensive subject area in the academic literature is green manufacturing, was engineering with 999 documents. Their source, the academic literature in the green manufacturing with the high number of documents was the applied mechanic and material with 67 documents. The highest academic literature in the green manufacturing was achieved in 2019 with 177 documents. There are 6 collaborative research patterns in the green manufacturing. Thank you for your attention. I would be happy to answer any question may you have now. Thank you so much.
Okay, thank you so much, Ms. Humera. The audience, do you have any questions? You can put the question on the chat room as well, or you can ask directly via voice communication here. Okay, while we are waiting for the questions, let me ask you about your research. It's quite interesting. Why the green manufacturing research or publications have been done a lot in China, despite of a lot of manufacturing pollution there? Do you find anything else? Uh, Miss Humera?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Sorry. Yes, sir.
Did you get the answer? Do, do you get the questions?
Sorry, sir. You can repeat question.
Yes. Sure. Your research is quite interesting, and you found that China has a leading publication for green manufacturing.
Yes.
Why the reason behind this, despite of the manufacturing pollutions, waste in there?
Yeah. Because as we know that there is so many company in China, sir. It's make many pollution there. So it's push research to make one research about green manufacturing. So the China have a first number in green manufacturing.
Okay. Thank you so much, Ms. Humera.
Yes, sir. You're welcome.
If there's no any other question from participant here, let's move to the next presenter. Mr. Taufik Roni
Yes.
Aroni. He will give a presentation entitled Design Analysis of Suitcase Stabilizer and Zipper Protector. So please take your time wisely.
Okay, thank you, Session Chair. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh, and very good day to all of us. So we would like to share, allow me to share the video. This is possible. Have you seen the video?
Yes, yes, sir.
Yes, we can see it. However, we cannot hear the voice.
Oh, yeah. Okay, sorry. Okay, let me share a PowerPoint. Okay. Is it clear? The PowerPoint, is that clear?
No, we cannot see it yet.
Okay, let me see.
Yes, it's coming up.
Okay. Okay. Let me introduce ourselves. This is our current research. Yeah, it's actually the design project from my students. We are from Industrial Engineering Department, Master Graduate Program, Bina Nusantara University. Our title is about the design analysis of suitcase stabilizer and zipper protector. With the authors is Ahmad Mustafa, Arianto Ajinugroho, Taufik Yuniardi, Rizky Tricahya Kurniawan, and Taufik Roni Sahroni. So actually, what we have done so far in designing a suitcase stabilizer and zipper protector due to so many reasons. Because we have so many heard about the difficulty during carrying our luggage, because our luggage is the height is the weight is very between 5 to 10 kg, mostly almost 20 kilogram. So what we have is we are facing the difficult while carrying a luggage in a rush. So because our luggage mostly probably unstable because the speed, right? So many factors that we have because the unbalance, the load when we put some stuff in the luggage. So there are so many kind of reasons. So that is why we come out with the idea, yeah, to find out what kind of device or part that can be implemented or can be applied in our luggage. So the purpose is about a splitting storage platform and middle opening model that rolls up the wheel with instability and makes the arms stiff. So while we carrying the luggage, in order to make sure our luggage is stable, because so many factors, right? The wheel itself, the handle, the weight, as well as the height of the luggage is more on influence to the performance of our luggage. So the second one is the consumer have also complained about the same experience. We have the same experience when carrying the luggage. And the third one is the number of cases related to the flight baggage theft by breaking into zipper also help encourage to the research because so many issues nowadays. There are baggage theft. So we believe that our design is carry out those kind of problem. And by splitting platform, the weight and the suitcase is more stick together. It's more secure. It's more safety during and while we speed up our speed. We will travel a lot, and if we're walking in a rush, it is make sure our luggage is stable due to some kind of condition. So the materials and method we have done is so many questionnaires have been distributed with 126 respondents, and we found out that the same experience while using four-wheel suitcase or luggage and with the middle opening model. So we found that 71.24% feedback come from the college. We travel a lot in other one destination to another destination. So 6.34% came from the expatriates, as well as 22.22% remaining comes from the local employee. So we study the 6 questions have been asked to the respondent. Mostly it's about the necessity in order to capture the customer voice to our product to carry out the problem. So the most interesting is most of the people, most of the respondents paid attention to the level of security. The second one is interest in buying additional equipment, which is more secure, more stable, as well as almost 96% is declared to have a four-wheel suitcase. This is our topic today. The last one is the close to the type suitcase because of this affordable price. So we try to find out and study what kind of additional device to be implemented in the suitcase or luggage. And the second one, the step is try to use a simulation model, which is we try to find out any kind of material currently in the market, which is we are required a rubber, polycarbonate, PVC, and silicon, and then we try to simulate with the use current formula, tensile strength test, for example, force over area, as well as strain, the different distance between the length itself, modulus Young, and so on. So by manipulating the force from 50 Newton to 100 Newton, actually, it is about 5 kg to 10 kg, and analyze the impact of delta L, the shown use for the formula as shown in this figure. And we found that for material itself contribute the performance of luggage or suitcase that we need to be implement. For example, rubber, PVC, silicon, polycarbonate has property existing in the market currently. So we found tensile strength tests have been done. So in the figure also show the capability of those kind of materials, PVC, rubber, silicon carbonate, has been increased significantly. So this figure show also found that with this kind of load, we believe that our design is more secure, right? So we can conclude that silicon is the best material for this product because it gets less strain than also has a rigid and stable composition. So we believe that the silicon is more convenient in the market also. So compared with the rubber, PVC, as well as polycarbonate. So we have studied also the parameter of controlling each material itself. For example, section on the cross-section area, it is about 135 millimeter square, and the length of 450 millimeter. So actually, it is a small size hand, our hand, but it's more convenience while using this kind of product. So the discussion itself, the zipper or the suitcase stabilizer is we put in the zipper, around the zipper, we can move, I will show you the laser pointer. It is easy to remove or move to the other place in order to make it a balance, right? So sometimes we found that our stuff is not proper place with this in terms of balance load. So by using the suitcase stabilizer, we believe that our luggage can be secure while during carrying those kind of luggage. So especially for when we have a rush hour. So with the splitting platform design, the weight and underside for a wheel side suitcase, we have considered all this kind of thing. We put in the top luggage, rear, bottom, and so on. So it is possible to be placed anywhere. So this kind of product can be easily removed, as well as to secure the baggage, luggage theft during flight or during travel. So unflattened underside of the suitcase because of its wheel goes wild indirectly, so that we can more difficult to handle. So this also can already include in this our simulation. So By applying this kind of model, actually, we consider all this kind of the force across area our suitcase. So because nowadays when we carrying, the load becomes to the bottom part, yeah, not the front part, but at the end this kind stuff can be influenced to the stable or unstable. And the most important part is by applying this kind of suitcase as stabilizer, it is to reduce to physical injury when we travel, because sometimes in a rush hour and in a rush we have our hand is sometimes injured during carrying our luggage. So the solution itself is by applying the suitcase stabilizer. We can put anywhere, right? So we can move and remove easily in a second. So the most important part is the stabilizer also has a key. There's certain key numbers to protect from the theft, actually. So the hook, yeah, we consider about the hook at the both and side is used material made a mixture of quality plastic or steel, which can be locked. So the other one is the complements with the suitcase lock cover box made from a quality plastic with a length 9 cm, 9 cm wide, 9 to 9 times 9 times 2.2 centimeter in height, which can be set at its position. The name tag also can be added to the zipper, as well as we can move easily. So the conclusion is by applying the suitcase stabilizer in our 4-wheel suitcase, so dominated by the middle opening model, which is currently existing in the market. So it is used to be as a secure lock model to secure your luggage. And the conclusion, the second one is to overcome the problem by applying the silicone is the best economic way. The characteristic silicone is rigid and stable materials. And the last one is the ergonomic solution can be minimize insurance and hospitalization costs by increasing safety, because the suitcase stabilizer is to make sure our luggage is stable during while we carrying the luggage in a rush with a certain speed also, as well as the addition installation has been provided an important design factor for the suitcase manufacturers. So I believe this is the end of our presentation today. Thank you very much for listening, and we are welcome for the feedback. Thank you, Chairman.
Thank you so much, Mr. Taufik. It is quite interesting. You have brought the research on material science and to make our life easier with this suitcase. Dear participants, do you have any questions? So far there's no any question. Please write any questions in the chat rooms. I will ask you one question regarding the stabilizer that you have there. It's, the size is 4.5 centimeter.
Yes.
But it can be extended.
Yes, can be
And
extended.
with that size, how much is the weight of that stabilizer?
Yeah, depends on the weight itself. Almost we can apply 5 to 10 kg.
Okay, is it made of silicon?
Yes, silicon, but there is a model still inside. For example, the lock models.
Yes, the model of lock, right?
Yes.
But there's no any other material.
No, actually.
No, okay. But the silicon is normally really light.
Yeah, light, correct.
But how to make it so heavy in that small size?
Yes, we didn't study about the what do you call it to validate our product, right? Because we study only the simulation. We study by using SolidWorks in order to apply certain load, whether the silicon can be applied in a certain load.
Okay.
For example, the most important part is to study because most often our luggage is not proper when we place stuff, right? Sometimes front, sometimes left, sometimes right. So when we're carrying, the load is normally a mess in certain area. So normally, possibly is in the bottom part. But again, the silicone itself can be put on the top front in order to make it balance.
But this is should be done manually or automatically from the stabilizer?
Yes, manually. We can move easily, yes.
Oh, okay. Because if it is manually, somehow the human cannot know the mass of the gravity,
yes,
the mass of the weight. Yeah.
So maybe it can be applied to add some weight measure, digital weight measure, whether we can add some kind of features, for example, fingerprint in order to open, because so many kind of study can be further.
Yeah, sure. Thank you so much. Any other questions maybe from audience? If not, then we continue with the next presenter. Thank you so much, Mr. Taufik.
Thank you so much, session chair. You're welcome.
So the next presenter will be Mr. Budi Setiawan.
Yes, sir.
He has presentations entitled Anthropometry in Furniture Design for Early Childhood School in West Jakarta.
Okay.
Please take your time.
Yeah, thank you, Session Chairs. Right now, allow me to play the videos that we have made before. And I hope the videos can run well so you can hear a clear sound and a nice image in here.
Yes.
Is it on in the screen?
Yes, it's on the screen, but please play.
Good morning and afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. I hope we are all doing well in this situation.
The voice is not that clear, but...
Oh, you can hear the sound?
I can hear the sound, but it's not that clear.
Good morning or afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. I hope we are all doing well in these situations. And today I'm gonna present research by the name of me, Budi Setiawan, as a first speaker, and colleagues, Nasila Abdullah and Aldo Fernando. The research topic is talk about anthropometry and furniture design for early childhood school in West Jakarta. In early childhood, schools have a goal to meet the preparations of children's needs and implications in terms of academic, social, and emotional. This research will study of anthropometry and ergonomics of furniture design in the early childhood education, where furnitures become essentials for the facilities. This research focuses on furnitures that located in the classroom in West Jakarta. The furnitures include study tables, study chairs, and storage areas for teaching and learning, which are the main facilities in the classroom. First step of this research is talk about this data anthropometry. This is an important data for designers in designing various facilities that will be used by the users. It explains the detailed measurements of each part of the user study, so it can help designers in determining the scale and placement of design elements needed in accordance with the activities that will be carried out by the users of the facility, including and creating a good learning atmosphere. Then in early childhood education, important things that are emphasize independence, competence, and self-control. The design of early childhood schools plays an important role in influencing the feelings of students who use the facilities. The student feelings is influenced by the size and scale of the building and the size and shape of the interior and all its facilities as well. Designer can help designers in achieving these targets. The general application of this data links body measurements with design elements of product design. Some examples are how big or how small a toy can be cracks in the furniture so that the head, hands, and fingers are not pinched or injured. Using automatic data in designing equipment, furnitures such as door handles, tables, chairs, and others to fit the scale of child size and ability to encourage exploration, self-care, and independence. This data will also help the designers to determine not only the exact scale of specific design elements, but also their specific placement of positions. For example, measurement data about the weight of children can be used to determine the height of cells, the head of cells, and the cabinets on table. Then the child will feel more competent and independent if he or she can take books or toys from cells and tables, or store or tidy things up in drawers or storage cabinets by themselves. Early childhood schools is a primary level of education aimed at providing guidance aimed at children from 2 to 5 years of age, aimed at providing educational stimuli to assist physical and spiritual growth and development so that children have readiness to enter further education. Teaching and learning in schools at this stage emphasizes the development of creative power, innovations, and experiment to support new ideas that have never existed before. So we can count that furniture is an element of interior feeling that is considered to have an important role to support activities in school space for early childhood. The early age stage is the most active and energetic stage, so we require furniture that is appropriate in size, comfortable, and safe as well. It also aims to maintain healthy bones, growth, and posture of children at their age, because it's still in the growing state and doesn't have a perfect balance yet. And Therefore, the study was conducted to analyze main facilities that have been provided by early childhood schools and benefit preschool Jakarta. It is hoped that this research can be a reference or standard for developing the level of economics for early childhood learning facilities at schools in the future. The second chapter is talk about methods. This research method conducted by us is a qualitative method of conducting literature studies. The literature review is done by collecting data and images or pictures from study of anthropometry and economic 2 until 3 years early childhood furnitures and facilities that are relevant to materials research. In addition, we also use observations method with direct data functions in school classroom with early childhood education's playfield. This literature's data are used to be a benchmark to analyze playfield. These facilities were analyzed using the broad grid method, using 4 components that explain the advantages, disadvantages, and what needs to be improved and what needs to be eliminated. And this is very useful in supporting learning and teaching activities at school, both in terms of academic essentials and promotion. The furnitures are study tables, like I said before, study tables, study chairs, and storage area for teaching and learning, which are the main facilities in the classroom. This is the pictures, figure 1, are the tables, study tables. We can see the study desk in this figure 1 above is in the playfield preschool classroom, where the desk has dimensions of 120 centimeters in length and 60 centimeters in width and 52 centimeters in height. And figure 2 above is in the playfield, still in the playfield classroom, where the chair has dimensions of 30 centimeters in length, so 30 centimeters in width, 30 centimeters in height. You can see the foot did not touch the floor. That we will discuss in the first chapter. This is a figure number 3, the storage area above, still in the playfield classroom, where the storage has dimensions of 120 centimeters in length and 40 centimeters in width, 100 centimeters in height per module. And in the figure number 4, it's shown the classroom layout with study desk, chair, writing board, and storages for equipment and class activities, to put their bags and the drinking bottles. So this is the third chapter that we will talk about result in discussions. And this is the main starting point in this research that we underline is anthropometry. This is a study of measurement of the body dimensions of human bones, muscles, or fat tissue. And this is a study that deals with measurements of human body dimensions. The field of anthropometry covers various sides of human body, such as body weight, positions when standing, when stretching out their arms, body circumference, leg length, and so on. There are two ways of measuring in humans. Such measures are taken linearly or straight and carried out on the surface of the body. There are several factors that influence human body dimensions, such as age, gender, ethnic groups, and body positions or posture. The second anthropometry types are dynamic anthropometry. Dynamic anthropometry measurements relate to the measurements of state and physical characteristics of human in a moving state or in conditions that might occur if someone is working on activities. They're required to move to predict this anthropometry. Actually, I have one more figure to show, but it comes in a quite long chart, so it's too small in this page, and I prefer to skip it right now. Okay, these are the figures I thought important to show. Here are the anthropometric data for children aged 2 to 5 years old based on Society of Automotive Engineers. It showed the best efforts of children body measurements, which and certain kind of normal activity positions. These figures are important for school activities such as sitting, laying down, and other movement. You can see the figure number 6. This is what we call static anthropometry. And the right figure number 7 is dynamic anthropometry. You can see at the number 7, we require the measurements of children when they are moving and doing something, so we can measuring their body. Here's figure number 8 and number 9, also talking about static anthropometry. Okay, from the data above, anthropometry are very important and the main indicator to determine every detail in designing various facilities that will be used by the users. After the anthropometry data are matched, then it can be proceeded to the ergonomic study. This is the second most important stress point in this research, ergonomy. This word comes from Greek. It's ergon meaning work and nomon or nomi meaning natural laws. It's the science of refining the design of products to optimize them human use. Human characteristics such as height, weight, and proportions are considered, as well as information about human hearing, sight, temperatures, preferences, and so on. Ergonomics is sometimes known as human factors engineering, and this is really complicated science. We have to consider or concern about safety, human comfort at work, at home, at school, at any places that requires humans to interact with the surrounding environment with the primary goals for humans to adjust to those to the surrounding environment. The purposes and objectives of the ergonomics discipline is to obtain complete knowledge of the problems of human interactions with technology and the products itself. So that an optimal human engineering system or technology is produced. Ergonomic furniture for children becomes important to study in here. The first is the height of the child chair length is the same as the child foot length from the sole of the foot to the knee. So that the sole of the foot is flat with the floor, touch the floor, and the bottom of the pipe doesn't compress the seat. And number two is enough distance between the bottom of the table with the heights of the children. And then number three, the elbow positions is about the same height as the tabletop, the elbow. And then the backrest is just below the shoulder. And then number five, enough distance between the back and the seat area. Six, easy to manufacture and can be mass produced. It should be mass produced. And then seven, easy maintenance and easy to clean. Number eight, has a simple basic pattern, easy to combine, to stack, or to stand alone. The next is easy and consist to store and organize. And then it's flexible so that the mobility of furniture is high. Based on this economic data and anthropometric data, furniture design can certainly be more perfect and in accordance with goals. And the next steps is to find a method to process the collected data. One of the major products of any strategic planning process is a set of strategic goals and objectives. And in this regard, the goal grid is a useful and flexible strategy planning tool. This is how we process the data with goal grid method. As the structures of the goal grid suggest, there are four basic categories. It's choose, and preserve, avoid, and eliminate. These structures can be used as a framework for generating goals and objectives. Also,
we can determine whether simplified or detailed seismic action procedure that required for seismic design for the offshore platform. This based on 2 points, which is a hazard map for 1,000 years return period and exposure level based on the adversity of the consequences of the platform if it's something wrong. Okay, this hazard map, we can obtain the spectral acceleration for 1 second oscillator period. And based on the ISO 19901 to 2004, there are 5 seismic zones based on the spectral acceleration. And then from exposure level, we can get the level of exposure level. And based on these 2 points, we can get which one the seismic risk category that we have to apply for the design of the offshore platform. Okay, this is the result of the hazard map that we have developed. First is a map of PGA of peak ground acceleration for 1,000 years period. In here, for our concern is in offshore North Java. In here, for North Java, the PGA is around 0.1 gravitation and until 0.25 to 5 gravitation. East Madura, the PGA is around 0.15 to 0.5 gravitation here. And then for apps, 1.2 seconds spectral acceleration. For North Java, there is 0.25 G to 0.5 G in North Java. And meanwhile, in East Java is 0.4 G until 1.5 G. Here. Next, so for the map of 1 second spectral acceleration for North Java offshore, for North Java, it's around 0.1 G to 0.2 G, except the East Madura, it's 0.2 G to 0.5 G. And the result is like here, that for North Java offshore, we can be classified the seismic zone is 1 or 2, or East Madura is seismic zone is 3. Like here, so 1, 2, and 3. Okay, that's it from our research. I would like to acknowledge this research funded by Bandung Institute of Technology and supported by Pusgen and Puskim. Thank you for your attention. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Thank you so much, Mr. Tega. Do you have any quick questions, please? This is quite important research. Okay, if not, then we continue. Just in case you have any question, you can send email. You can find it from conference proceeding. Okay, thank you so much, Mr. Deka. Let me continue with the next one. This is about the business process mining from e-commerce, event web logs, conformance checking, and bottleneck identifications. It will be presented by myself. It will be answered by my co-author, Ryan Malik. Let me play the video. Good morning, everyone. My name is Michael Sick from Business Information Systems, Linus University International. I would like to present one of our research. It's about business process mining from e-commerce, event, web logs, performance checking, and bottleneck identification. This research was done together with Ryan Malik from Business Information Systems. I would like to describe slightly about the agenda of the presentations. We start with the research background, introduction on process mining, what is the main research objectives that we have here, and process mining methodologies, together with an example of car manufacturing processes, and we will have a look on the case study. It's about MSC Shop, one of the large e-commerce company, data collections, data issues, and even log data conversions, and continue with the data mining, process mining method, modeling and analysis. We will talk about result analysis on business process generations, performance checking, bottleneck rapid development of advanced technology and modern business operations, many companies are inevitably obliged to adapt with major adjustments in order to stay relevant and compete with the changing consumer market. They do not know, many companies do not know how to tackle and implement these new changes effectively. However, they have to transform the business anyway. In reality, these changes are not simple, and those in charge will tend to keep their current business process, which is mostly still manual process. And in many cases, new business process implementation is often outdated. Therefore, we use one advanced technology so-called process mining. This process mining will be explored and exploited as one integral solution for business process adjustment and improvement. So what is a process mining? Process mining is a modeling and analysis tool for mining business processes from development data. It provides some cost-effective analysis and explanation with some detailed information. Why, for example, why a certain company stands still without any growth. It offers some benefit towards company competitiveness. For example, early detecting the process issues and how to solve those issues. And there could be some interferences in business processes, such as lack of relevance in certain activity. This process mining allows for aggressively detecting the business process issues in real time, yet offering a soft adaptation of new business process implementations to continuous and incremental improvement. The aim of this risks are to analyze and implement process mining techniques in e-commerce industry, one of the most emerging business types that employ much information system advancement. Energy Shop, as one large e-commerce company, was selected as the case study for diseases, and diseases specifically focuses on automatically generating e-commerce business processes, checking the standard performance between the actual e-commerce business processes with the actual one, early detecting process bottlenecks. And there are several process issues explored, include the restriction of manual processes, induces not up-to-date data or process. The system integration gaps among entity of salesman, customer, warehouse, permitting purchase verification done by customer manually by contacting the warehouse people. This is a process mining methodologies. So we use the Patrinet as one process representations. This can provide the visual process representations, and Patrinet is much more universal compared to BPMN. It's business process model notations, and we use ethanol data that is a specific database in where all the event and processes are stored with timestamp information as a footprint. So it can comprises of case ID, activity, and timestamps. This is a special case of the ethanol data. We have A, B, C, D, E, G. This is one event that we had, and there is another event A, B, C, D, F, G. So A will be executed always, all the time, but the continue activity can be B, C, or D. MSC shop itself, it was founded in 2013. So it's part of one department. Yeah. As well, there are some other departments like MSC Visions, MSC TV, MSC News. And however, the MSC shop is under development in cooperation with two other relevant e-commerce companies such as Tokopedia, Blibli, or Shopee. That's why we use process mining to identify key problems that occur in the processes in this e-commerce company. And we would like to provide a solution as well to this company. So the data need to be collected. There are several transactions, several months in 2018. We try to sort it out to be usable even long data samples. For example, in this table below, this is the output transforming the transaction log into event log. There are some issues on data collections. There are some gaps in some fields. This is due to some purchase transactions have been cancelled or the order were incorrectly created. So we need to clean the data to be usable in process mining. This is a 4-step that we need to follow in order to make the data transformations. First, we analyze the data sample, find any data fields that are not relevant. Second, remove unnecessary data values or some anomalies. The third, convert the process data into event data with proper timestamps. The fourth, of course, we utilize the event data in process mining tool for modeling and analysis. So this is event data that we have cleaned up. So partly it's shown in this table. For example, data type of cash on delivery, there was empty timestamps, generally timestamp, because the cash payment was made in the same time, the same day of the product receipt. So we can make the same timestamp for those two activities. And process mining tools, we use a RapidMiner for M, and also Discord. And the purpose, there are several tasks to be performed. First is generation of bottleneck process model. Second would be checking the performance. And the third, identify any bottlenecks with some alignment status output. There are 3 algorithms, alpha, index, and custom manner will utilize in order to find better generalizations, which means avoid from overfitting and underfitting. This is a resource of business process generations. So on the right side, you see there is one of the business process that is generated by inductive minor algorithms. We have order made, process payment completed, shipment, and product receipt. And you have a accuracy somehow is not bad. And significant delay to shipment due to manual process. So once there is a payment, there is a delay in the shipping because the payment is verified manually by calling the warehouse support. And from this graph as well, we find activity and order made and payment completion may occur concurrently because this is the e-commerce website. They can do order and payment altogether at the same time. Some scenario ending at the event of shipment due to the fact that customer cancel their product order in the middle of the process of delivery. So as you see, there are some ending with the shipment without product receipt. So this case is happened because of the cash on delivery payment. This is alignment statistics. One of the statistical evaluation measure that we can find here, for example, move flow fitness, flow fitness cost, press fitness, move model fitness, as listed in this table. This table shows that move model fitness of 1, press fitness of 0.79, move flow fitness 0.76. They are indicated the level performance or alignment. Whereas the raw fitness cost of 0.7, it indicates the indicator of performance which is not really good. So there are some indicators provide a good performance, but the other are not performance. This is due to the fact that the number of cases for every scenario in the event, log data is not statistically sufficient for process mining algorithm to determine the performance. So we need more data available to proceed with the process mining algorithm. So as a conclusion, despite more significant number of business process in order to transform the e-commerce, the leverages of process mining in the e-commerce industry are quite promising and encouraging. Process mining techniques from internal data have offered sacrifices for automatic business process generations, functional checking, and early bottleneck identification. A number of e-commerce process issues were detected, like gap in system integrations, less restriction in manual processes, as well as the payment verification and order cancellation. And the usage of process mining as an analysis tool and modeling tools permit for implementing soft approach or improving the company business processes through continuous and incremental advancement. So basically, when we implement the process mining, the company can see what is the progress by implementing a new business processes. Not the whole thing, the whole business processes should be changed, but it can be implemented. This leads to capability of automated real-time process auditing and re-engineering to the e-commerce industry. Thank you so much for your attention. If you have any questions, I would be very glad to answer. Thank you. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for watching these presentations. If you have any questions, please.
Hello, Pak Michael.
Yes, Mr. Taufik.
Yes, Mr. Taufik.
Please.
It's very interesting material related to approach how we identify the bottleneck with approach like manufacturing concept. I think, yeah. My question is, in manufacturing concept, we usually use the breakdown activity to capture real bottleneck in our process. Do you use the similar approach for this? Because this is very interesting, interesting material. Because you want to approach the e-commerce using the manufacturing concept. This is my question. Do you use the similar concept to analyze the micro? We call micro activity to get what the real root cause, get the bottleneck for each activity. Thank you.
Thank you so much for these questions. Of course, we do the micro check on the every activity in the manufacturing processes, but we have a different approach. That means we use data, event log data that are collected from every activities in the manufacturing processes. So from the data collections, which is based on the event log, we can generate the business processes that are running in the actual, yeah. And also we can compare with what is the when we create some products, for example, a car here. Yeah, of course, this is quite interesting. Maybe we can talk even word further, yeah, with Mr. Taufik. If you have a very quick question, please. Do you have any further questions? Because we are running all the time. Let's talk again after these sessions. Yes.
Okay.
Okay. Thank you so much, Mr. Taufik. Anyone else? Okay. If not, then I continue with another sessions. One last presentations. The title is about converging on mutual harmony of knowledge-based expert systems and technology consultants. It will be presented by me, and it will be answered by Titus as well. Let me share the presentations. Yes. Everyone, my name is Michael Sick. I'm from Business Information Systems, Venus University International. I would like to present one of our research. It's about converging on mutual harmony of knowledge-based ecosystem and technology consultant. This work was done together with the Titus Wahyu Gulian from Business Information Systems. So the agenda of the presentations has the following. We start the introductions. It's about living in the era of Society 5.0, technology impact and challenges, trend of technology consultancy. We follow the agenda, focus on the research, converging on mutual harmony. We talk about AI and technology consultancy, ecosystem and its components. And we continue with the methodology of building ecosystems, designing and implementing ecosystems. We follow several procedure, and for designing, we start with semantic map as an ontology that we have here. A knowledge-based system and its data descriptions. We follow with the team and rules, goal and solution basis, and the implementation of expert system itself in PyNode. It's a Python programming language library there. And testing analysis of the results. We have three scenarios: triggering all solutions, triggering specific solutions, and no solution trigger, or all conditions are met. And we will end up with the conclusion and recommendation. So, in the living of the era of 5.0, technology has offered large market opportunities. One of them is providing the opportunity for talented and skilled people to establish such technology in various applications. And this new market only allows companies that utilize technology well to survive. This company can catch the market and reap the benefit of this new technology. One of the impacts in the is the fact that many company successes have been attributed to their ability to implement technology or digital transformations that can support society 5.0. As an example is ERP, Enterprise Resource Planning, that can be implemented as a proof of the impact of technology by helping automations and improvement in terms of efficiency of business processes in many companies. There are several challenges, mainly due to the fact that the experts are still lacking in technology experts, and consultancy with technology. Consultant is one way to ensure project success. It's still the main criteria of the project success. Traditional consultation themselves has some drawbacks, mainly due to inherited human characteristics. And the improvements of AI opens the possibility to reduce these drawbacks. Some trends on technology consulting. In practice, they are providing some services helping clients transform the way they operate their businesses. Originally, the transformation conducted was geared toward the improvement of business process. Recently, technology consulting encompasses broad perspectives, such as digital strategy projects about digital technology transformations, and they can help companies to increase both their business process efficiencies and generate more profits. The focus of our research is to design and implement a knowledge-based ecosystems that has capability as technology solution consultants by creating better knowledge-based and accurate insights engine with the purpose for identifying technology requirement in educational institutions. Why technology consultants can contribute here in educational institution is trying to supporting and enhancing the learning and teaching of activities via using the technologies. Last but not least is to avoid the expert systems reliability and accuracy in complementing technology consultant recommendation resource by the unit. So there is one terms that we propose here is about mutual harmony between the knowledge-based system and technology consultants. We use AI and expert systems. AI is one field of science focusing on engineering intelligent machines that can have some intelligent like humans. And normally the AI focuses on assisting a particular intellectual task, not really broad for many kind of tasks. And there is expert system is one branch of AI that has capability of providing regulation by providing sufficient data, criteria, and objectives. The component of expert system is the following. First is knowledge base. We have a knowledge base and inference engine, and there is user interface. The interface between the knowledge base expert system and the user. And there is a so-called engine, knowledge engineering tool. This tool can update the knowledge base if there is additional information from the users. So there is a one standard methodology for building an ecosystem. The first step would be identifying a problem domain. We continue with the design ecosystem and developing prototype. And we test and refine the prototype. If there is something can be refined, we go back to the design systems until the prototype becomes ready for real applications. So the process will be completed. So we move to design and implementation of the system as a technology consultants. Here, we design the ecosystems through ontology, using semantic map and intent rules. So in semantic map, we try to describe the relations between concepts mapped in the network diagrams. And this is used to determine what kind of object the ecosystem should understand. So there are two semantic maps that are designed here. One is for goals. This is we can see from here. There is a university provide knowledge to the students. The student can have grades. They can have a goal. There are some strengths and weaknesses, like or dislike. And this kind of all the object that or attributes that the student has can be one of the criteria that we need to profile the ecosystems. So the university also provides a goal. If the goal is not fulfilled, then possibly some technology needs to be added to them. And we have semantic net for solutions. We have facility, labs, NFC, computer, whiteboard, and foundations from systems. And we have a campus as a place for acquiring some knowledge for the students. And we have a library, student service, classes, and so forth. As you see, there is a university technology consultancy in order to implement a new technology for teaching and learning activities. And we have our majors here. For computer science, information system, maybe they do not have a big difference in terms of leveraging of the technologies. But for design, patients can be different. So we need to cover all the type of major here. And knowledge base for technology solution in educational institutions. We have a knowledge base as a central knowledge source of ecosystems. It allows the ecosystem to utilize database management technology, whether the data is unstructured or structured, and it can be provided by the ecosystem or by human ecosystem. And the knowledge base should provide technological solution for supporting teaching and learning activities with educational institutions. This is a data description of knowledge base. We have a name, organization, problem, area, enrollment goal, actual enrollment, grade goal, actual grade, major, and different type of values, from string, integer to categorical data. And we have tried to formulate the intent rules in order to devise a reliable engine. And the engine should understand the situations, antecedent conditions from intent rules, and provide actions, which is a part of consequence of the intent rules, based on the condition or situation that exists in these educational institutions. We formulate two types of rules. So one is goal information gathering, solution information gathering. So for goal, we implementations consequences. It's about asking whether the goals, how much the goal for the grade, for example, or how much the number of the students should be enrolled. And we have solution information gathering. So this is part of the facility and technology can be provided for teaching and learning activities in educational institutions. They have computer and conditions, maybe they need a portal, and so forth. This is a basic of feedback rules can be provided for these applications. And the implementations of the expert systems can be done using the Pino. It's a library in Python. We need to develop, test it, and refine as necessary using this Python environment. And the main structure of supercodes in Python, we have main notebooks and import Pino. Pino is a library. And we try to create the tech consulting class. This is object-oriented class in Python. And we have a knowledge engine and try to import the engines and use it in the class. So this is a tech consulting class. So we have a list of tools, more or less the same as what I described before. For testing analysis, we have 3 scenarios: triggering all solutions, trigger specific solutions, and not trigger any solutions. So this case is all conditions are met. So this is triggering all suggestions. There are some conversation between humans, users, and expert systems. It's trying to provide solutions based on this kind of interactions. Providing the facts, providing the data to the systems as necessary. So the number of questions here can be dynamically different from one conversation to another. So in here, the expert system provides the all possible suggestions. So there is one user, his name is Titus from Information Systems, and from the conversation we know that there are 20 students in the class. So there are 20 computers should be there, and the students should need a portal to access the material of teaching and learning activity, and also because there are no any operations, so it can be disrupt the attention of the students. And for specific solutions, so this one, because of the organization goal and also the student currently enrolled every year is are met. So the goal are met. That's why the output are different here, especially for portal and facility acquisition. The main issue for this case. And when all solutions are met, all conditions are met, so for example, the goal of 50 and also the student goal regarding the grades are fulfilled. So the conditions, the output will be matched, and there's not any enhancements can be provided here. Okay, as conclusions, technology consulting services have been emerging on par with the development of Society 5.0. The application of expert system as technology consultant is quite new. So there are many applications application of ecosystem in medicines, medical science, psychology, and how to create ecosystem as a consultant is something really new here. And using various testing scenario, we use 3 scenario and try to analyze the performance of ecosystems, and it's shown that it has capability to provide some advanced technology conditions, and it can improve the teaching and learning activity in educational institution. Therefore, mutual harmonious support to the existing human technology consultant is really viable as a complementary support of the ecosystem to the human technology consultant. One of the next steps that we can achieve is that to include the machine learning techniques as a tool for knowledge engineering. So we try to add the newly updated knowledge into the ecosystems as a technology consultant. Okay, this is the end of presentation of our paper. Thank you so much. If you have any questions, I would be very glad to answer. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for listening. If you have any questions, please. Do you have any questions? Yes.
No questions, sir.
No questions. Okay. Okay. If you have any question later, you can send me email as well, or you can read our paper in the conference proceeding. So before we end our session today, we need to take some photos. Would you turn on your camera, please? Okay, I think I will take once or two. Miss Irma will take also several. Maybe each of you can take as well.
1, 2, 3.
Okay. Okay.
Very
Ladies
good.
and gentlemen, thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Pak.
Yeah, for this participation and also for this conference. And I hope we can create the joint research as well for further projects or anything that you're interested in. Please make more collaborations here. Okay, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, Bapak Ibu, for your participation. Thank you, Pak Michael.
Thank you.
Terima kasih. Thank you.